Optical activity, important phenomenon. But understanding is little bit hazy, is little bit difficult because we need to obtain non-superimposable mirror images. If giant molecules are there, complicated molecules are there, then understanding superimposability and non-superimposability becomes difficult, due to which chirality or non-chirality becomes difficult. Let us see today what is the simplest way to understand optical activity. Before to begin the symmetry concept, I want to give general explanation about the optical activity. Optical activity means there is a rotation of plane polarized light. So what exactly remains in the molecule or the compound, due to which we find a change in the direction of plane polarized light? The rotation of plane polarized light, nothing but optical activity phenomenon, and symmetry is quite responsible for this rotation of light. Molecular arrangement makes difference in the direction of plane of polarization. Interesting. For that, generally example is given hand and hand awareness. Means what exactly it is? See, in winter we use a gloves, ordinary gloves, or during surgery surgeon use a gloves, or the staff use a gloves, or even in laboratory also use a gloves, rubber gloves. Can you wear right hand rubber glove in left hand? Think on that. Possible? Yes, it is possible. One more example. You might be knowing a cricket player gloves, batsman. Cricket player batsman gloves, can you wear right glove in left hand? No, it is not possible. Why? Just observe the gloves. The gloves that we used to work in the laboratory or the surgeon used during the operation, those gloves have the fingers in a plane and elasticity is there. While batsman gloves, if you observe, there remain a thumb which is not in the plane of other four fingers. Means symmetry element, plane of symmetry is destroyed in batsman gloves, but surgery gloves, lab gloves, symmetry remains. Therefore, winter gloves, surgery gloves, lab gloves we can wear in either of the hand. There doesn't remain it is a left-handed glove or right-handed glove. But for cricket player gloves, outer gloves I am talking about, you will find the R and L certainly will be there. So what happens there? When we consider a hand in this way, we say it's my right hand. Image is here on the left hand. What do you think? Are they superimposable? Many times we show they are not superimposable. It is not the proper way of understanding superimposability. For superimposability, rotation is allowed. If I rotate one of the hand, say by 180 degree, can I superimpose now? Yes. So those are superimposable. Such kind of compound, say it's a planar compound, they are superimposable. Object and mirror image, if they are superimposable, then will they be optically active? No. They are non-chiral molecules or non-chiral structures. But simple change if I do in structural arrangement means this thumb, if I bring perpendicular or if I bring not in the plane of the other four fingers, it is object, it will be the image. So these two, are they superimposable? In this way we are not supposed to try. We are not going to superimpose. Other, by rotation, if I try to rotate and if I try to superimpose, then if I superimpose the thumb, the fingers will not superimpose. But if I superimpose fingers, then thumb will not superimpose. So only because of a little change, destruction of plane of symmetry, it is observed object and image are non-superimposable. So such compounds will be optically active or inactive? Optically active. Chiral molecules will be. Yes. As like we applied here the game of plane of symmetry, and we could describe the optical activity. Like a general notion is there. If molecule possess plane of symmetry or center of inversion, then object and mirror image, they are superimposable. Means molecule or compound will be optically inactive or non-chiral. And if plane of symmetry or center of inversion is absent, then it will be chiral. Wait, we are talking now about molecular symmetry. In detail we are discussing. I agree, if plane of symmetry and center of inversion remain present, then the molecule will be the non-chiral. But there are molecules where plane of symmetry not there, center of inversion not there, even though they are non-chiral. Then what is that element? Which concept is there by which we can describe this? What I am saying? In general sense, we carry the notion plane of symmetry and center of inversion if remain present, then the molecule will be non-chiral, or object and mirror image will be superimposable. But this is not sufficient to describe the optical activity. One more element we need to consider. One more condition we need to consider. One more criteria we need to consider in order to describe chirality. And that condition, that symmetry element is a giant symmetry element called as improper axis of rotation. If improper axis of rotation remain present, then there is no need to think about plane of symmetry or center of inversion. Directly we can say molecule will be non-chiral. Object and mirror image will be superimposable. And what's the beauty of improper axis of rotation? Improper axis of rotation, I said, it's a giant operation which can describe plane of symmetry, which can describe center of inversion. So all things whichever necessary to describe the optical inactivity or non-chirality or superimposability of the object and mirror images are there in improper axis of rotation. For example, if I consider S1, S1 means what? Plane of symmetry. So plane of symmetry is covered in the S1. S2 means what? Center of inversion. So it is covered. One more thing I inform to you. 1357 tetramethyl cyclo octatetraene. This molecule has S4 axis of symmetry. There is no plane of symmetry, there is no center of inversion, still object and mirror images are superimposable. That's the importance of improper axis of rotation. Therefore I say only SN, only knowledge of existence of improper axis of rotation can give us idea about optical activity. Let us have detailed discussion about the improper axis of rotation. I consider Sn is a representation for improper axis of rotation where n is the order of that improper axis. If n is odd, then there should be a horizontal plane. That SNN is a horizontal plane operation. For example, BCl3 molecule where S3 is the improper axis of rotation. S33 means horizontal plane. And if horizontal plane is there, molecule will be optically inactive. So it is the first condition. If n is odd, molecule will be optically inactive because SNN is equal to sigma h. Means plane of symmetry is there. Let us see second condition. See, if n is even, then two possibilities are there. N by 2 can be odd or n by 2 can be even. Means if I consider n is equal to 6, then 6 by 2, 3. So we are getting odd number. If I consider n is equal to 8, 8 by 2, 4, we are getting even number. Yes, that I want to consider now. If n is even and n by 2 is odd, then there exists center of inversion because Sn n by 2 is nothing but the center of inversion. Means if I consider n is equal to 6, then S63, third operation on S6, is equivalent to center of inversion. Therefore I say if n is even and n by 2 is odd, because of center of inversion existence, molecule will be optically inactive. Other possibility, if n is even and n by 2 also is even, then during the operations of improper axis of rotation, we will not find plane of symmetry or center of inversion. But a molecule possessing such improper axis of rotation they are found to be optically inactive. Non-chiral molecules, object and mirror image are superimposable. Just add only one example, that is of the S4 axis possessing molecule. That's N is equal to 4 and N by 2 is equal to 2. Both are E1. Yes, what was that example? 1357 tetramethyl cyclooctatetraene. Means from this what will you conclude? Alone improper axis of rotation is sufficient to explain optical inactivity. And if that improper axis of rotation is absent, then we can say the molecule will be chiral. For that, additionally, let you know asymmetric and dissymmetric, these two terms. The grammatical meanings are very clear cut. Asymmetric means no symmetry. Identity is a basic trivial operation, so it will be there in any molecule. Only identity remain present. Identity as a element possible, symmetry element possible. Such molecules are asymmetric molecule. No other element of symmetry will be there. Example, lactic acid means 4 different groups will be to the carbon. So we say asymmetric carbon, and such asymmetric molecules are certainly optically active. In addition to them, a molecule which are dissymmetric, they are also optically active. What is the meaning of dissymmetry? Dissymmetry means no symmetry with regard to a particular element of symmetry. It is not completely absence of symmetry, which was there in asymmetry. This dissymmetric molecule remain with low order symmetry, means only axis of symmetry remain present. Plane of symmetry we have discussed, if remain present, it will be optically inactive. Improper axis of rotation, if it remain present, optically inactive. And center of inversion, if remain present, then also optically inactive. Then what is left? Which operation is left? Axis of rotation. So if axis of symmetry only is present, then such molecules are optically active. Then here also two categories are there, cyclic and dihedral. A point group, if of category Cn, where I am not considering n is equal to 1, because n is equal to 1, C1 means asymmetric, n is equal to 2, 3, 4, likewise, higher numbers, then optically active. Or Dn, dihedral symmetry, where only axis of symmetry remain present, but number of subsidiary axes are equal to order of the principal axis. That's our dihedral symmetry. That's a Dn. Those molecules also will be optically active because they do not have improper axis of rotation, or they can't show center of symmetry, they can't show plane of symmetry, or in general improper axis of rotation. Let us consider examples of dissymmetric molecules. See here, you are getting one structure, trans 1,2-dichlorocyclopropane. In this molecule, which element of symmetry is possible? Only one, that's a C2. Then what will be the point group? C2. Is there any improper axis of rotation? No. So this molecule is optically active. This is under the category Cn. Now let us discuss other category dissymmetric molecules. That's a Dn. The example that I give it to you, ethylene diamine or oxalato complex of cobalt plus 3. Say ethylene diamine complex. Tris ethylene diamine cobalt 3 ion. It has C3 axis as well as C2 axis. But number of C2 axes are equal to order of principal axis. That's a C3. Means 3 C2 axes are there. Therefore, point group is D3. And this molecule is optically active. So in conclusion, we can say if molecule is asymmetric or dissymmetric, optical activity will be there. Asymmetric and dissymmetric can be identified by means of absence of giant element of symmetry. What is that? Improper axis of rotation. So students, what you need to remember? What is the essential condition to form optical activity? Means non-superimposability of object and mirror image. Second, which general operations we consider? There's a plane of symmetry and center of inversion. Third, there's a giant element of symmetry which can describe all plane of symmetry, inversion, and that's the improper axis of rotation. And surprisingly, there is example of S4 axis of symmetry where plane of symmetry not there, center of inversion not there, even though molecule is optically inactive. That's the example of 1357 tetramethyl cyclooctatetraene. Then describe a point asymmetry with example, lactic acid. Then describe a point dissymmetry with examples. Here two kinds of dissymmetries are possible. CN kind of dissymmetry, example, trans 1,2-dichlorocyclopropane. DN kind of dissymmetric element, example, D3 point group. What is that? Cobalt ethylene diamine complexes or cobalt oxalato complexes. So is the symmetry criterion for optical activity clear to you? Now I ask you one question. H2O2, it is a non-planar molecule, means it is a notebook like molecule. As I open the book, it is not in a plane. Oxygens will be here at junction. One of the hydrogen is here and other hydrogen is here. This is a structure of H2O2 molecule, non-planar H2O2 molecule. Find the point group of H2O2 and answer whether H2O2 is optically active or not. I am waiting for your answer. And tell me it is in which category, asymmetric or dissymmetric.